It may be too early to call Truck of the Year for 2026, but I think this is gonna be a contender, guys. The new ARRMA Mini Kraton 3S BLX. Now here's 5 cool teaser features, so you guys stick around and watch the whole video. Number 1, full chassis length aluminum skid. 2, you can remove the body with one hand. 3, factory sealed center differential. 4, are some killer looking aluminum shocks. And number 5, the power guard key. Ooh. I think it's time to talk about what you get and what it costs. I tore into the box on this one, really excited about this release. Of course, you get the assembled truck with electronics installed, the Spectrum SLT2 radio system with the orange button. More details on that in just a bit. They've got the decals on here, so it's easy to identify. A QR code, which will bring you to an instruction sheet, and then you get a battery pack. Now, this isn't exactly the battery pack you're going to get with it. They were nice enough to air freight this in for me, and they can't ship batteries. So the battery's on its way. It's got to be a 2000 milliamp, but it's got the IC2 plug on it, just so you guys know, and it will be a 3S pack. They give you AA batteries, the S22 charger. This is going to require a USB-C power supply, instruction sheets, some basic tools, and yeah, this power guard key. You're going to have to hold off to see what it's about. You're probably thinking, that's great, Greg, but how much does it cost? So if you get the complete ready to run, which is what you see here, again, 2000 milliamp battery pack is $339.99. They also have a version without the battery pack, that's $299.99. And they have a Horizon exclusive where if you order the green version of this, you get 2 2000 milliamp battery packs for $339.99. Since I just hinted about the color option, let's kick things off by talking about the body. It's the familiar Kraton truggy body that has just been scaled down for this mini platform. Like the styling on this one, this is one of the color options. I'm wondering where they got the inspiration from, their 6S version. So this probably has one of the easiest clip mounting systems I've seen yet out of any manufacturer. You'll notice that they've got a composite deck in the back. They have a composite grille up front, even skids up top, but you push this little button where the back window is and the body just comes up and off oh so easily. ARRMA, I want everybody to come with this system. That's how easy it is. It's super easy to install as well. Way better than this system here. I'm just gonna say it. Now, they've also got their swoopy double deck wing on the back. This thing feels really solid looking mount as well. And then they've got the Kraton style bumper up front. And that brings us to the new mini chassis. It's very Grom-like, however, it's classified as a mini. This chassis is solid. It's a tub style composite, one piece, and then they've got the upper stiffener, which is also the drivetrain cover. And check out what we have on the bottom. A full length aluminum chassis skid that also acts as a center brace. Purple anodized aluminum to match the shocks. I like that they have the etching on here, just adds to the styling of this. ARRMA always stepping it up in the styling department, even has the ARRMA logos on the side plates here. This chassis looks really cool. Some venting towards the back. They've got the taller walls in the front, even the taller side walls to help keep dirt out. There's a little foam pad on the side here so the body doesn't get all scratched up. These guys think of everything. There's your front body mounting system, and that's where the rear tab of the body mount goes into. They've got some guide clips for the wires. There's your little pull tab. When you do want to take this center cover off, that's what you use to pull up on. The electronics layout, pretty balanced, just like a Grom is. The steering up front, twin crank style. They do have a heavy duty servo saver on here and adjustable tie rods for the steering. And then check this out. This is a cool update that they did. The battery tab just pushes in and it pops right up. It's hinged. And there's where you drop your battery in. Looks like there's plenty of space in here to maybe go up in size on battery packs. There's some foam spacers on the top of the strap here. And then watch, to clip it back in place, push down, it's locked in. Suspension is up next, and since this is a BLX, that means it comes with their aluminum shock set. However, they're not just pulled off of the Grom and slapped on here. This is a new shock. I measured the outside diameter of it and it's 11 millimeters, where a Grom is a 9 millimeter shock on the outside. But nice plush shock set, a little bit taller shock in the rear than in the front, aluminum caps. The bodies are threaded so you can adjust the preload collars. They even have the little protection perches on the bottom, keep debris away from the shock shafts. So good shock setup. They mount up to some sturdy composite towers that also protect the top of the cap. And then check out the suspension arms. Again, not pulled off of a Grom. They're wider, they're longer, and they are thicker. 6.5 millimeters thickness versus I think it was like 4.5 or something on the Grom. So heavier duty arms, double wishbone style in the front, wishbone upper rear arm, H-arms the bottom rear, and they also have dust shields on the back too. Really awesome to see because those do cake up with dirt, kind of ruins the shock and the axles, but now you've got that protection. Nice to see that on it. The front has some heavy duty steering knuckles, kingpin pivot ball style, and then the rear has some bulky hubs as well. Everything's captured again, so you don't have to worry about anything popping off really as you're bashing on this truck. But the big question that's probably on everyone's mind is what's going on inside the driveline, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be happy with what I'm about to tell you. So we've got a triple diff setup, front, center, and rear, sealed gear differentials. They are ball bearing supported, all metal driveline, guys. So internal gears, metal, ring and pinion, metal, spur gear, obviously metal, center drive shaft, metal, and then for the axles out to the wheels, CV style, front and rear, all supported by ball bearings, exactly what we want to see. For a truck that comes equipped, ready to hit 50 miles an hour with a 3S system. Back to the driveline, 12mm hexes on the end of the axle shafts, usual 7mm nut, and then they've got small diameter copperhead tires mounted to the black double 5-spoke wheels. Of course, pre-glued from the factory. These actually feel like a medium compound and a fairly firm insert on the inside. So I think these are assembled to handle 50 miles an hour and of course give us some decent traction over time. It's got an index motor plate, 24 tooth pinion gear, and the drivetrain is again sealed off with this big cover. Now in terms of electronics, we've got a lot to talk about, and let's take things easy, starting off with the servo, which is a Spectrum SX114. Metal geared servo, should have plenty of torque for this application. 2-in-1 speed controller receiver combo, and some people are okay with it, some people hate it. However, this one got a lot of functionality to it. It does come equipped with a cooling fan, 40 amp, everything's pre-wired, IC2 plug on it, and behind it is a 3000 kV brushless motor with a 30mm cooling fan and a heat sink. I think they learned from some of the other guys out there with small scale trucks that just fan this thing up. They did, very sweet. Now, this has DSC and it's got the SLT2 transmitter and that orange button. You can go and control the DSC, which stands for Dynamic Stability Control. So what it does is it adds correction to the truck to make it more drivable. And it's got 4 different modes, one of them being off and the other being low, medium, and high, depending on how much correction you want out of the system. Now, the power guard key. This is where it really opens things up. And the transmitter does have the switch on the back with 50% throttle, 75 and 100. And that's what we've been kind of using to limit the car if we're running it on a 3S. However, it's all done through this key now. So let's say you throw your 3S battery pack in here. You need to really learn how to drive the car. Maybe you want to conserve power. So what you do is you leave the key out, and that basically runs the truck as if it were on a 2S battery pack. So if you have the throttle at 50% throttle, you can go 20 miles an hour. You can run up to 30 minutes on this, 30 minutes plus. Running it hard, 25 minutes. Now let's switch right over to 100 on the throttle limiter. If you have that, it does 30 plus miles an hour. Runtime about 20 on average driving, or if you're really nailing it, 14 minutes. And then you're like, yeah, I just want to go crazy, want to go wild. Chaos mode. That's when you go install the key into the speed controller. You see a slot with 4 pins, and that's where it opens up how fast this thing can really go. So at 50% throttle, it does 30 miles an hour still. And let's just go right to 100. That's where you guys want to go. It could go 50 miles an hour. It'll run about 15 plus minutes. And if you're really romping on the thing, it'll run about 8 minutes. So it's just this whole new system here. It gives you a variety of power control as well with switch and plug use. I think it's an interesting setup. I think the truck is really well built and we just need to see it drive. Let's go outside and bash. Obviously, I thought the skate park was gonna be the perfect spot for the Mini Kraton. I heard this thing flies. Let's do this. So this is without the power key in it, 3S battery pack, and we are on 100% throttle, so. Just wanna get used to it for a little bit. I mean, this is the first time I'm pulling the throttle. So we got some pretty good acceleration out of this. Good braking as well. Lots of steering. Drop it down into the bowl. So I can get a little air with this thing. Nice little transition. Yeah, that'll look good. Well, flat landing. I don't think that skid's looking pretty anymore. What about you? Rip it through this core bowl here. This is a pretty good rip, huh? So this is basically what it would be like on a 2S from what I gather. Oh, good air control. Remember, we got that center diff in there. I took that center diff apart and it had a really heavy oil in it, and those gears were meshed pretty tight. I actually had to like use a pair of pliers to turn the differential. So I'm guessing it's gonna break in. Yeah, full throttle through that, awesome. Oh, this is kind of sick. Into the donuts. It is like 26 degrees out today, guys. I don't think we're gonna have any overheating problems. My hands are already freezing. Yeah, oh. Airtime, this thing got just tons of control. Sick. I've been waiting for a Mini Kraton. Oh, I would have been waiting for a Kraton Grom, but I'm just totally stoked about this Mini. That was my first crash, look at that. So out of the box, we are on low for the DSC, so it's got a little bit of correction. That's pretty much where I like to drive that setup. Come rip through here. Yeah. Now I want to have some fun over here in the bowl. Yeah, this thing's got some rip, and we're not even at full throttle yet, or at full capacity. Full potential? That's what it is, full potential yet. Wheelie, oh, sick. This should be a lot of fun. Figure eight this thing. Gotta get used to this. I don't think I've ever done too much driving in this bowl here. What do you guys think? Another thing I forgot to mention before, the ESC is programmable, so you could turn up the punch, you could turn up the timing, you could adjust your brake. This is just wild, guys. Yeah! I heard take some hits. If you follow the channel, you've seen this spot before, the Dome of Doom over here. Oh, it's gonna get wild. Look at this thing, guys. Yeah. Oh. Well, we broke it. No. That servo saver is pretty loose, though. I thought it had a tighter spring on it. Look at that. Oh, well. Not really affecting anything here. I got some good steering response. Get a little air off of this. Drop it down. It is waterproof, and you know, you just can't, I don't think, really submerge it, go underwater with it. Give you guys another angle of the dome here. Big loop. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. Rip in here again. Yeah. Oh, guys, this is awesome. If you're a Grom fan, you're gonna love the Mini Kraton. Well, guys, it was an absolutely epic first run. First battery pack on the Mini Kraton. This thing was just killer. And I stopped to put the power key in and a new battery pack, and my worst fear just happened. I realized I forgot the power key at home. I feel that's gotta be a problem for this truck. Well, guys, I fabricated my own power key. It wasn't pretty, but let's just say the cooling fan on the motor doesn't have a plug anymore, and I'll just leave it at that. But at least we'll get to see how it goes in full throttle mode, or excuse me, chaos mode. Look at this. This thing's motoring now. Wow. Whoa, it's a whole new beast. I'm gonna have to get used to it all over again. Here we go, up and through the bowl. Oh, look at that. That was sick. You can hear it bottoming out. I checked the lower skid just after the first run. We've got some wear on it. Come back through again. Oh, I love that spot. A little air time. So much control with this truck, guys. Remember when I brought the 6S crate in here? It's almost as good. Just a little loose in the rear. Oh man. And you know what? I think we have to try the backflip with this thing. Here we go. Oh man, almost landed it, guys. That's just sick. Oh, it's taking the hits. I don't believe I just landed that. I hope I got it on camera. Well, the plan was to switch things up and go over to the BMX track so I could really showcase the chaos mode. But as you can see, we got snow and those plans are messed up. It is freezing right now. We're just gonna go right to a speed test so you guys can see how fast it goes. And we're at Speed Run Road. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. We got the power guard plug in. Let me do a quick check. This thing tracks pretty straight. And here we go. Ready for the flyby. It's moving. Look at that thing. It is planted on the asphalt. Wow. But we got to see what it hits for speed. It's got some rip. Nice smooth braking too. Let's see what we got, guys. 46 miles an hour. All right, we're pretty close. I'm gonna give it one more shot. And it is freezing today. Maybe I just need to keep in it a little longer. Oh, when we're on that 1300 pack, that might make a little bit of a difference. Might not have the same output, but here we go. I mean, minimal steering input here. Really minimal. Just keeping in it. Listen to that speed, guys. And we got 46 again. I know you guys want to see some size comparisons, so here's how it stacks up next to the Groms, and here it is next to the Minimax, and here it is in the Tower of Kratons. The Mini Kraton certainly qualifies as an epic release from ARRMA, and from the minute I pulled it out of the box, I was thinking contender for 2026 Truck of the Year, and I'm still thinking that after driving it. Of course, it's too early to tell. We don't know what else is coming out from ARRMA and other brands, but this is definitely going to be on my favorites list. I'm pretty sure about that because it was an awesome truck to drive at the skate park. So much control, so much power on tap, and that was with the power key removed. Once I threw that thing in there, it was actually a bit too much for the skate park, and that's why I kind of cut things short. Wanted to go to a BMX track with it, but plans obviously changed. I think it's got plenty of steering, although the servo saver is a little light for my liking, but I think, you know, for most people driving it, gotta be totally fine. I was a little bit worried about the steering cranks because it's kind of thin around the pin that holds the cranks in. However, no breakage there. The only thing that I found going over this truck is the lower skid here. So it's kind of wearing through already. I've only got 2 packs through this truck at the skate park, and it was really encountering some high G's as it was scraping through those bowls. But that might be a wear point for it, although it's a really cool brace to have. I think we might want to keep an eye out for some options. Hopefully M2C Racing comes out with something, but I'm not seeing any like things that you really have to go and change about this. You just pull it out of the box and drive. Actually, the only other thing to mention is it didn't hit that top speed. It was about 4 miles an hour short, and ARRMA's been pretty good about their top speeds. I thought it was because of the smaller pack in here, thinking C rating wise, you know, it's a 30C pack. Took a look on the box, the pack that's supposed to come with this is also a 30C. So we'll have to see. Maybe it's just my running condition. My only, little gripe is the power key. What do you guys think? You think it's kind of gimmicky? You think it's kind of cool? I unfortunately forgot it. Props to ARRMA, they put a warning on the box. Make sure you keep it in a safe place. I totally forgot, but kind of wish that they had some little thing to hold it in place. I think I'm actually just gonna go zip tie it to one of the wires inside just so it sticks around, but I'm probably gonna run it, full chaos mode all the time, but I could certainly see why this could be cool for other people that are getting into the hobby and just having that wide range of throttle potential out of this truck. without having to buy 2 S packs and then 3 S packs. They could just have 3 S packs and be ready for when they're ready to go wild with it. So it's an awesome release. I am beyond excited about it. I'm gonna have links for it in the video description below. And remember, if you grab it from Horizon, they got the exclusive with 2 battery packs, but I also suggest supporting your local hobby shop when you can. Let me know what you think about the truck. I'm excited to go back out and run this again. You're gonna see it more on the channel.